Welcome to Grover Load, and I ordered a weather station. I ordered the Tempest weather station here, and is it? Yeah, that all shows up. And we're gonna do this will be an unboxing. I think I'm gonna install it and show a little bit on it all in one video. We'll see. Who knows? I don't even know yet. But I wanted to add a weather station to my property just because it's yeah. I wanted to get some more data. I've dived into Home Assistant. Want to integrate this into Home Assistant. I'm expanding stuff, and it's something I've wanted for since I've owned the place, and I just haven't got to it now. So we'll see how it all works. I hope that it works pretty well, but did some research. There was EcoWit, Accu, something other, Davis. All these I've been gone through. I'm forgetting some. There's a lot online, and so I was just trying to find something. I finally landed on the Tempest. It doesn't have any mechanical moving parts, which the haptics on it, some people are like, you may not be the most accurate. They claim it's within 10%, and so we'll see. I did this year, my rain gauge filled up. We had a lot of rain at one point, so I'm like, well, doesn't help me when my rain gauge fills up and it's so full it's overflowing. I don't know how much rain we got anyways. So, you know, that's what I went through, and we'll see. I'm probably going to mount this on top of my kid's swing set, which is uh, nice home built swing set that we did. So it's quite tall, but we'll see how I'm all going to mount this and everything else and see how it all operates, because if I get the data that I want and kind of monitors rain, wind, all the outside stuff, does lightning, and it may be really good data to see. So overall, when you open up the box, you're going to see this is how the Tempest packaged it. It's a unique packing. I think it's like they say recycled, but they have the quick start guide, if you cared about that. Then they have the hub, which is fine. It's a USB-C and then it's Wi-Fi. I'm not thrilled that it's USB-C. I really would like PoE, but that's me, right? I like to throw it right there on PoE and have something there, and then you take this off, and then you actually have the Tempest in there, and then the pole mounting. I did order their mounting, their universal mount. I added that on. You can buy cheaper universal mounts, but I was like, you know what? They suggest it. Why don't we just go with it? So this has, let's see while we do this. So this is supposed to point either north in the northern hemisphere, south in the southern hemisphere, and then it has the light sensor on top, the haptics. It's got your ultrasonic, 4 ultrasonic sensors in there for the wind. It's got your solar panels here so that it can charge the battery, and it even has the on-off side things underneath. So overall, this is really compact. One of the reasons why I was looking at it, and yeah, the one downside I do think about this is I'd like to see their firmwares be on there of what they're updating, what they're fixing. I think that's a benefit for all users, not including themselves. I get why they might not want to do it, but I think your benefits are way out outscale the negatives here. So also here you have, well, I take out this, you have the screw. So if you want to mount this right to, you can mount this right to, like a, what is it, 1/4 inch, and then you can even mount it right to the, like a piece of wood or something. So that's pretty cool for the flat base there, that they've given you that. I'm going to be using this because it's going to be pole mounted, so this screws, yeah, screws on and screws off, and you can even see there's a little level in there if that ever wants to show. Probably not, but there. So they did, overall, packaging. It does a good job. And then this is the USB-C cord for it, which works well, right? This is, again, one of my pet peeves would be just PoE in there, and I get it, probably extra cost to keep it down, so they do wireless here, but yeah, PoE would have been really nice. It would have been one cable for me, and I wouldn't had to have worried about USB-C. So I'm going to go and try to set this up and probably mount this. They do say if you want to get it up and running, just set this pointed directly north first, and then you'll be able to get started here. But we'll see how far I get to. I won't actually take a video of me installing it because I don't want you guys to see how dangerous I may be putting it up. So then I get all the comments of me not being safe. I think I'll be able to be, I'll survive. We'll put it that way. Uh, but this out there, we'll see how it all operates, and we'll go from there. I'll probably add on this video, hopefully give you some extra data, see how I like it, see how it works. The distance from where I'm going to plug it in, so it wirelessly communicates with the base here. The base does have an antenna, so we'll see how that all works. And yeah, we'll see. It's got it's got the status lights, wireless Bluetooth status, and then everything there. So I'm hoping it all works good. I'm going to put this in basically line of sight to where I can with the hub, and we'll go from there because I want the hub in the house, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see how it all operates. But I yeah, I guess I'm going to add on to this video. I was going to end the video, but I'm going to add on. I guess if I decide to end this uh, and not add on to it, you'll get another video out of it. So now that you just finished watching the unboxing of it, I'm going to actually continue a year later on the setup of the Tempest weather system. So this box is empty. The Tempest has been set up for almost a year now, a little bit less, but it's gone through winter, summer, and it's done a pretty good job. I'll insert a video here of where it's set up, and it's set up on top of my kid's swing set, which it's about 14 feet high in this scenario, and it's done a really well job. It's out in the middle open. It's about 150 feet away from the house. So that means it's a little bit more than that, about 170 feet through the basement on that little receiver device that we had. So the little square device that has an antenna that receives all the data from there, and it works really well. In fact, I went and bought the light map, I want to say that they're called, for it as well, and my kids love it. They're able to see the weather. They can go cycle through stuff, and it has pretty much everything that you want to read there. In fact, if you want the wind to change, you can even change the wind to be the from direction to the to direction if you want, and set up all that stuff in that little light map too. I should have brought that down. It's just a little square thing, and it's not digital at all, in the sense of that it has all your digital readouts and everything labeled there. It's a whole bunch of lights that light up to tell you the degrees. You have your tens all the way up, and then underneath that you have your lights for individual digits, your single digits, and so it's pretty cool on how they set it up. It works quite well. I have to say, I've used it now for a while, all this setup, and I've been really impressed with it. A couple things I don't like about it is that one, there isn't an easy adjustment for you to adjust the rain if you have, because I had a rain gauge next to it, so I could regularly configure it better, right, or calibrate it a lot better. And in order to do that, you do have to contact Tempest and plug that data in and send it in. I'm perfectly okay with that. I have not done that this year. It's been pretty accurate since they calibrated it last year. I'm sure next year, because I don't leave anything out there in the wintertime, because last time I've done that, I've broken all my rain gauges in the past because of ice and freezing. So I don't do that in the wintertime, but I do calibrate it. I do check on it to see how accurate it is, because I want it to be accurate. And they have this nearest NC, nearest rain stuff that works really well, and they do a really good job overall. So it's been fairly accurate once you get that set up, but you have to submit that to them, and then they will calibrate it on the other side of it. So that is something to keep in mind. I also do not like that on their firmware site, they do not tell you the updates in firmware or what has changed. I really think that they should put that out there. It's as you know, for me, I like that because it really tells you a lot of what they're putting in and how they're reconfiguring, even if it is just a security update or something like that. You could just put, something generic, improving device or something. I personally like to know if it's a security update, but I get that they might be a little cagey about that just on things. But it works really well. It gets the data. You can submit it to, like Weather Underground if you want to do that. It's all on the Tempest map of all the Tempest sensors out there, which works really well. In fact, I liked it so much I bought one for my parents, right? So that's how much I like this, despite the downsides. I really like that there's no moving parts. I was talking to somebody about this as well, and they've had a lot of failures where they were at with the moving part ones, and they just got annoyed of continually having to replace them, and they wanted something more reliable. So this is one of those things where you can put it more reliable. In fact, where my parents are and stuff like that, they just got done, redoing some of the exterior of the house, and they didn't want to attach something else onto the side of the house. This is going on to a little bit different area that they have easy access to, and they're able to set it up and put it in a spot where they'll still get all the data they need and won't really have the house interference at all. So that's a really nice feature of this with the wireless there. And I have to say, the battery side of things, it's been great, right? It is not diminished at all. It's been really solid and upkeeping and maintaining and not having an issue there. So we'll see how long the battery is. I might do another video if I mean, once it dies or doesn't have the battery life and I have to swap it out. But all winter, right? We don't get much sun here a lot of the winter. My solar panels really tell me how much sun we've gotten. In some months you're going, can't we just get a little bit here for a couple days out of the month so we feel a little bit better? But overall, I've been really impressed with it. And if you're looking for a weather station, I would highly suggest you consider it, right? Now, is it going to compete with everything else? I don't know, right? I don't have every weather station. I would try out more weather stations. I just have one. I'm not going to be able to buy every single weather station out there to do it, but out of the one I have, the research I was doing, I've been impressed with this, and I would recommend it to other people to use. You do have the haptic feedback for the rain, which is one issue, but it's been great on everything else, so wind and everything, and it's kept good track. And we've had some windstorms here and ice storms that have been pretty bad. I've lost, since I put it up, I've lost 2 trees due to wind and one due to wind and ice. So it's been able to uphold through that and works pretty well. So I guess I've lost more trees than that because I've had to take some down that didn't fully fall over, but 2 fully fell over in that time frame. And so the rest had to be just kind of, so they weren't going to hurt any buildings, had to be taken down. So it's been a rough year for trees next to my house because they've been falling. At least the trees I like are growing real well, and they didn't have any problems here. So I'll continue to update as this goes on. I did buy as you can see in the video, and I'll keep playing that randomly through here, hopefully. That's what I've done, is that I do have the arm extension to get that up a little bit higher. I wanted it to be high enough, and I figured, getting it 14 feet out of everything, they do have a rubber plate, a little piece of rubber that gets mounted in between, the pole or whatever you're mounting it to, and the mounting arm. So that worked out really well. It snaps on, and from that, it's been up there, right? Rain, wind, or shine, it's been sitting there, and it's worked out really well. So I do like the notification, especially with lightning, especially with um, rain notifications, because sometimes you're not paying attention. All of a sudden, I'll get, hey, lightning here. We've had some really sporadic storms here in Wisconsin, so that's where I'm at. And getting some of that data has really helped because it's been a notification of, hey, maybe I should get inside. And then the storm just passes through real quick, and then you can go back outside, right? Hey, there's lightning, and then you get inside. Hey, there's rain, and so it's you can kind of look and gauge that. But I mean, that even happened just the other day, where it's just like, oh, yeah, it's gonna rain here in a second. Let's get in. Okay, and that's been really helpful. So some of that stuff has been really kind of interesting because, while you do have radar, right, and radar picks it up, sometimes it's not the light stuff I've noticed where the Tempest map in the app works really well. And the app has been a great feature as well. I like the history. I do like how it also integrates into Home Assistant. So if you're in Home Assistant, if you've integrated that, I've created some maps and stuff in there for data that I like to see and want to keep track of a little bit differently in there. So I've had fun with that. The history, I was just sending some stuff to my brother because he's going to be setting this up for my parents because I'm not going to be up there anytime soon. But because I have other things that I have to get done. But otherwise, I'm going to drive up there if he doesn't get it hooked up another weekend and do it. But I think he's got it. So he's going to be able to set it up. So he's going to be able to see all that, have all that data. He was very curious about that. So, he from what he's seen, right? He's gone on mine because it is a web page, right? You can go on and see it at any point on the Tempest website there and pull it up. He likes to see that data, and it's been helpful for things, right? That he's been able to see and just see that history, see where some of the stuff is, see where high temps are, your averages, how much rain you got a month, a year, all that stuff is pretty kind of cool. What you're capable of. And so if that's something that you're into and you want to jump in, it is not exactly cheap, but Tempest has ran sales during certain times of the year. So if you watch for those, you might be able to jump on it. The display also is, what the Tempest is like 350, 370, someplace in there. The light display is another 120, which, if that's something that you want, you could also use your phone or, Home Assistant display or something else if you wanted to. And then you have the arm, which was like $50 or something. You could just get a generic arm, just how I wanted to do it. I just ordered everything and wanted it there. Um, I think I looked at like some local hardware stores and there weren't much different for one that I was kind of looking for. And I was just like, fine, I'll just order it from what they got and we'll see where it sits there. But let me know if you have any questions with this Tempest device, what you guys would kind of see from it. If there's anything else you'd like me to dive into or answer questions about, leave those in the comments below. I can either answer them there or make another video on it. And I really do appreciate your support and helping Grail Overload and help this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon as it really does help with the channel. Until next time, God bless.